Speaker. So to have this debate, you can't do it without talking about youth unemployment and the opportunity cost that it has for kids. I have two teenage boys, and one stat that really stuck in my mind a couple of years ago from the Department of Labor Statistics was that 53% of kids returning with a bachelor's degree are unemployed or working in a completely unrelated field, paper hat sort of stuff. And that had me worried. And it had my kids a little worried too. I know none of us really want to have our kids living out of a basement, but I started to take a look at the statistics and try to figure out what was going on there. And the Washington Research Council actually did a great report that showed that historically, Washington State has had lower unemployment rates than the rest of the nation, slightly lower, except in one glaring case, and that's the case of youth unemployment. We are 33.6% higher than the national average when it comes to youth unemployment. Now, it seems pretty logical that one contributor to that is the fact that we have the highest minimum wage in the nation. And so I really get concerned about the impact that has for our kids, because the skills they learn that they could learn if we had a training wage or opportunities to open up more of those jobs so that kids can learn the soft skills they need, not just for that job, but for the careers that they'll go through the rest of their lives. That is an essential skill that, quite frankly, they're not learning in the classroom. But let's look at the other opportunity costs. We have a modest impact to the state for additional salaries that we'll be putting out. But let's take a look at the schools themselves. About $234 million of an impact to the school districts in order to comply with this $12 minimum wage. That's pretty significant, especially in light of the commitments we have right now to fund McCleary. So here we are looking at a constitutional paramount duty to provide for the education of our children, and we're going to cannibalize that funding for this bill. And I'm sorry, this really doesn't strike me as the right priority right now. I think we have a higher commitment. I think we have a constitutional commitment to spend this money for the benefit of our kids, and this bill does not benefit the children of Washington State. Recommending a no vote. Thank you, sir.